ICOformula is a platform. It's based at the website ICOformula.com, usable on desktop, mobile, tablet, any device you like, fully responsive, and it's a tool for grading, assessing and ranking ICOs, coins, tokens, and it's aiding investors around the world of cryptocurrencies to enable better investment decision making. ICOformula came about simply through a few ICO investors getting together and pooling a few spreadsheets and then basically trying to come up with a way of making it a little bit less error prone, a little more foolproof, and obviously scale it out to accommodate all the ICOs and the tokens and the live coins and cryptocurrencies out there as well. It's got very complicated as life has gone along, and it's led us to create something called, we'd like to call the ICOformulatron, which houses all our proprietary algorithms and the like, and spits us out these slightly more accurate rankings than we started with. My name is Pete. I was born. My background comes from a world of marketing, data analysis, SEO, and technical marketing side of things, as well as social media also. And I've been brought in to create the ICOformulatron, if you like, and mix all these numbers together so that we can, have a sensible, logical, and data-based insight into what's going on. From my own experience, I'd say there's two main challenges or issues when first going into cryptocurrencies. The first one is finding the information in the first place. There's not a lot of standards, there's no regulation to speak of, and finding all the information that you need to make an educated investment decision is very difficult to come by and very time consuming. The other issue that affects newcomers to the market is timing itself. There are various stages of life of an ICO and they have time limits on them. You need to know when a whitelist has been launched and if you need to get on it. Pre-sales, you need to be notified and get in on time. The same with crowd sales as well. So once you go into the live trading market, that's a slightly different arena, but in ICOs themselves, timing is everything. Well, no. No, the ICOformulatron in its own right is the term we've given for all the proprietary algorithms and data sources that we combine together, assess and analyse to spit out a ranking figure, if you like, to give you an indication of where that particular currency is going or has the potential to go. The primary reasons to subscribe and use ICOformula as a tool is that it's convenience. It gives you all of the information you need, all of the data in an at-a-glance view, so it saves you an enormous amount of time in that respect. The analysis that we do is not just on the standard metrics that one might expect. We analyse millions of data points through the Formulatron to spit out these numbers and give us and also enable comparisons and things like that. So it also tells us and flags up very quickly which are scams, which are not going to go anywhere, which are just not worth the paper they're written on. So yeah, on all those kinds of sides, then from there with those rankings, it also gives you an idea of the potential or profit potential that's possible within some of the cryptocurrencies that you can invest into. ICOformula can help you get into ICOs by providing you with alerts in the form of the daily agenda mails. That comes out obviously daily as it suggests, but it will tell you all the events that are going on that day, whether it's a whitelist registration that you might need to do, a pre-sale registration or commitment. So it will notify you of whitelists that you need to get onto, pre-ICO sales that are going on, crowd sales that are going on, token exchanges and listings. It's a whole notification system to keep you informed of what's going on. Further to that, we also have the favourites agenda email as well that goes out, so anything that you've marked specifically or indeed that you own, you'll get notifications on those as well. So it basically keeps you informed, it cuts through the noise and eliminates the need to waste time hunting here, there and everywhere. Much like researching in the first place, you haven't got to bookmark a dozen pages to find out what's going on. ICOformula has a portfolio tracker within it, so you can add coins that you already own, for example, or historicals, You can add those in at the date you bought them, the price you bought them, and it will automatically work out and pre-calculate all your ROI, both in the native currency itself and also currency adjusted. So to give you an example there, you might like to track your investments in US dollars, for example, but an ICO you've bought using Ethereum. Now the price of Ethereum can change as well as the token that you've bought against the US dollar. So with a portfolio tracker, you're able to see coins that you've bought in the native currency and in your currency of choice, by simply flipping the settings in the ICOformula settings itself, and it will show you your adjusted ROI in both cases. We've specifically built it so it is easy to use. We've suffered this pain of trying to find information and trying to get it all into one place. And to make it useful, it needs to be easy to use. So we've tried to make it as intuitive as possible. Every page and every section, however, will have a quick guide in there to show you what's what to do, where to do it, how to do it. And obviously the notifications will tell you when to do it later on. ICO is an acronym. So ICO stands for Initial Coin Offering. The simplest way to explain it is probably liken it to the real world stock investment world, where you have an IPO. If you're around in the dot-com boom days, you'll remember those. It's an initial public offering. The premise of both are very similar. A company wants to raise funds to do something, be that expand or develop or what have you, and in the case of an ICO, they'll basically produce or mint a bunch of coins off of the blockchain and make a proportion of those coins available for sale to the general public. Public buys them, that's where the funds go in for the development. Once all the offering is sold, the coins will then be listed onto digital exchanges for open and free trading, much like the stock market does with stocks. Once they're on the digital exchange, the public can buy and sell, and obviously supply and demand dictates whether the price goes up or down. Well, ICOformula can help you beat the Bitcoin boom side of it, if you like. Bitcoin is obviously Bitcoin is obviously what has dominated the news as far as cryptocurrencies today is concerned. But Bitcoin is not without its own issues. It's an expensive per unit. It's expensive to buy per unit. You're looking $15,000-$20,000 and going upwards. Aside from that, it's the cost of transacting in Bitcoin. Bitcoin is a very expensive commodity to buy and sell, whereas cryptocurrencies lower down the chain are much quicker to trade, cheaper to trade, and there's obviously more volatility and more upside on individual cryptocurrencies themselves. ICOformula will be launching early in the new year of 2018. We have a launch offer for ICOformula, priority access for those that come in early. You can gain yourself a 30% lifetime discount on subscription to ICOformula. All you've got to do is refer at least 3 friends to sign up to ICOformula under the priority access offer, and you'll be sent a discount coupon, 30% off the subscription for life. There's a second part to it. The top 25 referrers of individuals, basically you get 10 points for every friend that signs up. The top 25 scorers of points will be issued a 12-month free subscription to ICOformula and all its tools.